Recreation Commission, meeting Tuesday, January 23, 2024. For public participation, to submit a comment in writing, please visit dalycity.org/agendas and complete the public comment form. To speak at the meeting in person, please complete a speaker card located at the entrance to the chambers and submit to a staff member as early in the meeting as possible. Moving on to a call of order, we'll do the pledge to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cool. I will pass it off to Denise for roll call.
Commissioner Anoy? Commissioner Miranda?
Here.
Vice Chair Luna?
Here.
Chair Ortiz?
Here. Awesome. Moving to approval of the this meeting's agenda. Can I get a motion to approve?
I motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Cool. I second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And approving last meeting's minutes.
I approve last meeting's minutes.
Cool. We got a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I second.
Awesome. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Cool. I don't believe we have any public comment for today.
Oh, we do not.
Oh, we do?
We do not.
We do not. Okay. Moving on to director's report. Leave it to you guys.
All right. So today we have Leslie DuBridge from the Department of Recreation Services. She is our Class Development and Cultural Arts Administrator, and she'll be talking about our 32nd Annual Black History Month celebration.
Hi, good evening, Commissioners, Director Denise and Edgardo. I want to personally invite you and hope that you can come and share with your friends also our 32nd Annual Daly City Black History Month celebration. We are really grateful that it's 32 years, and this is the second time we'll be at City Hall. We did last year, and this year we will be using each floor except for the first floor. So the spotlights are one, would be the Dominique Hoskins Black History Museum, which is out of Redwood City. They've kind of moved around, but they do a pop-up version. They did at the San Mateo County Fair. So they're going to be upstairs on the top floor. And then in the middle, we're going to have the Kalimba King. This is Carl Winters. He's been studying the small African piano, hand piano for years, and he is going to be presenting and sharing the origins and also helping people understand how to use it. So that's going to be a big part of the day. The other part of the day is we're going to have a henna artist that's going to provide complimentary henna art for people on their hands. We will also have Al Olson, who is one of our volunteer instructors with Dolger that teaches drawing and painting. So he's going to be here sharing some of his art. So he's a local guy. We're also going to have Opal Fuller with our Daly City Dolger Congregate Lunch Program and then some. She's going to be sharing some soulful appetizers that will have a lot of influences, ethnic influences, as well as going to be healthy at the same time. So it'll be a lot of fun with that. We also are going to have out of South San Francisco Artists on Wheels, and they're going to be providing complimentary activities, art, hands-on for all ages, including adults. We're also going to have the Bay Area Health Advisory Council. They've been with us for many years. They always participate. They will have a table, and they will be the umbrella, of course, sharing information with a lot of other San Mateo County community organizations, particularly those focused on the African American community. So they're going to be here and sharing some of the events that they have and resources. So we're looking forward to a fruitful time. It'll be from 11 to 1:30 on February the 24th. So the last Saturday of this month. Open to all families, all ages, and we're hoping that people will share the word. It is posted on our Daly City Rec page on Facebook, and the team is doing a great job of getting the word out through other social media next door and other places. So that's the Black History Month celebration, and we hope you can come.
Do you want to talk about the theme and the Gustawi?
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. The theme this year is a little different. We have a theme every year. We follow the national theme out of Washington, D.C. And the theme this year is Black Americans and the Arts. We are tagging on something a little different this year. I had the pleasure of being in Kenya in 2011, so I got to meet with several people and help me understand what are some of the songs that really, from the words that means empowerment to them. And one of the words is Kustawi. I came up with a list and I talked to a couple colleagues and collectively we came together and we thought of Kustawi, which means to thrive on in Kiswahili. So that's the other part of the name of this year's event. And we're hoping that this event thrives on in years to come. Yeah. Any questions about this event?
I don't have any questions, but I'll be sure to let everybody know. What can you just say one more time for the people watching the date again, the time the event will be
Absolutely.
going?
Sure. So the Daly City's 32nd annual Black History Month celebration will be on Saturday, February 24th, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. here at City Hall. And the subtitle of this year's events is called Kustawi, which means in Kiswahili, thrive on. And we hope that you will be able to attend. It's open to all ages.
Thank you so much for
You're welcome. Thank you. Excuse me.
And staying with Leslie, now she's going to be talking about the other part of her job of many hats that she wears. So it's contracted classes. So Leslie provides our city with many contracted classes, different themes, camps, and she'll be speaking a little bit about what she does, what we have currently, and what's coming up.
All right, so we're in the winter season, and we are now engaging in our winter classes, contracted classes. So there are two parts to the contracted class arena right now. We have the regular contracted classes that have been going on for a number of years, and I would say the two that seem to be the most popular in terms of way of presence in the class, the numbers, would be our Karate Do Hakoi Kai class, which upwards of 55 students. That's at Westlake Gym. And then also we have, several other classes that have a nice little following, including soul line dance. And that's a good one because we've ebbed and flowed through different teachers, but we're grateful to have Darlene Masamori, who's teaching that class, and she has upwards of 32 people. So we have Zumba Fitness Fun at Gellert. We also have private piano lessons, which came back 2 years ago now. We work with an off-site organization. It's called P3 Piano, and it's a wonderful woman who actually is on the board of several music organizations, and she's done a lot within the state in terms of her presence promoting piano lessons for children in particular. So people register through Daly City, and they go to her site, which is in San Bruno. It's an approved site. And she has now taken on, she only takes one at a time because she's very high in demand. So we're grateful to have that spot, and they're really taken really quickly. The other thing is we also have the ongoing Hawaiian hula class, which is doing very well at War Memorial. The Regional Dances of Mexico Ballet Folklorico, the name changed last year. She wanted to add the regional part, so they really are expanding what they're doing in the class. It's the same class, same time, but a little bit more focused to different areas of Mexico in terms of dance. So that's at Marchbank on Saturday. So if you have any young ones that are interested in participating in that class, we have a lot of brother, sister, sibling teams, so you can bring your whole family. Also, adults can attend if they're with a child. They work together as a team, so she teaches in that format. The other thing I wanted to spotlight is the Country Western Line Dance class, which has been with us probably one of the oldest classes that we've had, and we're grateful that our instructor that is in her 8th decade is still teaching and is doing really, really well with the following that she has and a few other new people coming in every now and again. So that is those are the regular classes. The other side of that is the Measure Q classes. These are our classes that started a little over a year ago, and it's for 50-plussers. So these classes are very low cost, $10 for residents and $12.50 for non-residents. And with that, you are able to take classes such as, one of the very popular ones is Argentine Tango. That class is always full. That's at Larkin Clubhouse. We also have senior portrait drawing at Bayshore. And it's a small little class, but it's starting to grow a little bit. And so if you have a desire to learn drawing with a very patient and skilled teacher, Michael, he's with Art Star. That's the place to be. That's on Thursday mornings at 10 o'clock. Classes usually last for an hour, all of our Measure Q classes. The other ones that are really new is the Qigong class, which is at Gellert. On Thursday mornings at 10. There's a fun class called Ukulele and Me, and this teacher teaches for the heart of it. She's been doing it for many years, so if you always want to try it, but not sure what it's like, and you need to borrow ukulele, you can do that. And she's a great teacher, and she's very patient and will help you learn. The other thing is music in motion. That's for real low ability people. You have a grandmother or grandfather or someone in your family had an injury or something, and you're trying to match the movement with memory, it focuses a lot on that. So it's a good class to learn, really low pace. And then we have a few others. So you have the sheet here. You can see Zumba Gold Chair. It came and then it went, but at the same time, we're just trying to find a niche. The teacher is amazing. She teaches in other local cities. That's Nora Napier, so we're hoping to get that going. Want to, if I can, give a shout out also about our walkabout program, which is not a class per se. However, it has the flavor of it. So every Friday morning, in partnership with Ceremony Mall, starting back again February 2nd is coming up. If you're upright-eyed, bushy-tailed early person, and you can be at Ceremony Mall at 8 a.m. That's when registration begins. You get registered in, and then warm-ups start at 8:30. They have a wonderful, passionate team that's been meeting for many years, and they come together, and they really encourage each other to keep moving and to remember that fitness is very important at any age, and particularly as you get older. So it's generally people that are seniors. Then they have a walk or an activity. So it could be anything from line dancing that one woman teaches wonderfully, and a little Zumba, a little bit of everything. It's just getting people going. And I think the last time there was a count, it was close to 100 people. So it really is growing there. And then, of course, they have their cool down. And then sometimes there's called a talk about part. So they'll have an organization or agency that will come in to speak, like an optical organization or blood pressure screenings that you can have all for free on Friday mornings, 8 o'clock at Ceremony Mall. So any questions about any of those things?
I'm curious about the process in bringing in, or how recreation determines a new Measure Q class comes about. Like, do you have like these instructors for various activities reach out to you guys, and then you guys figure out how to use Measure Q funding for their program, or is it vice versa, where recreation recognizes a particular need or a void, and thus recreation goes out and finds somebody to host that type of class?
That's a great question. I can tell you how it has been is that we have people that were already contracted and teaching with us when the Measure Q opportunity came out. And we asked them who is able to teach during the day, during the time, within these hours, with this particular rate. And so it was a lot of heads that came together to figure out what would be the right rate for them, because we do look at people who have credentials, people who are certified, they get a little higher pay versus other people. But in terms of teachers, mainly people in-house, and then other people that were new to us and wanted to try a class or did try a regular class, and it just didn't go because certainly the value of what they're bringing matched what they were charging, but it was just a bit too pricey for some people. So that's kind of how it started. And then, again, mainly it's the people in-house that are already teaching, but we're always open to looking for other people that are not already teaching, that are interested in teaching seniors that are available anytime from 9 a.m. to 4, and we will work with you. We need to know, of course, your credentials. What normally happens is they get an application, they have to complete. I call the references. We require 3 references. We, of course, look for where they've taught before, understanding what they did, why they wanted to teach, and make sure they're a good match for us, and particularly their skill in class management and connecting with seniors, follow through, being able to print their own rosters, things like that. So it is a little process, but we want to make sure we get people that are qualified. Does that answer your question? Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you so much for hearing. And also, yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. Again, we're always looking for new contractors, and also the interest of the public to know the community, what else do you need? And that's always the biggest question. We've done surveys in the past, but sometimes when people let us know, call the office and say, you know what, my friend and I, or we have people, we haven't seen this in a long time, or we heard about this in another city. Can you look into having a class like that? That really helps us a lot. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. So new contractor, you guys are looking for new contractors, new opportunities. Thank you so much. And hopefully the city hears that individuals that have that capacity to, bring these type of programs here. And we already have a diverse set of,
Sure.
even just for active adults is absolutely diverse. And I think Daly City has that. So I encourage the city, anybody that has the ability to teach, bring it on. We'll try to make it happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Anything else for director's report?
No, that's it today.
Okay, moving on to commissioner's report. Leave the floor open to anybody. Oh. I do want to talk about my time at I called it Winter Festival earlier, but it's Frosty Fest. It was our holiday celebration for recreation held at Westlake Park. It takes the entire campus. Almost every inch of the campus is used for the event. I do want to just kind of give a little recap in my experience with it. It was, I got there the last hour. However, there was still a ton of people there. I went into the gym. There was a huge obstacle course with carnival games, and then all the way across the parking lot. I used to work there, so I thought, how is this parking lot safe enough to cross? But the little jungle gym was the bridge to get you to the other side, and it was very safe. There were kids everywhere, family, community members, stakeholders everywhere. Got to see Santa Claus, and then even the new. This is my first time seeing the outdoor gym. Yeah, everything was gorgeous with free hot chocolate. You could get free hot chocolate from Jeff, and then go see a bunch of Star Wars inflatables. Like literally every inch of the park was used, probably except for the field. Right, we're not going on the field at night. No way. But other than that, it was a great event. But I do want to bring some things that I see that I think the commission could definitely have an impact. So in the big gym, I think that's if you paid for your ticket, you had access to that area. And it was some of the more bigger activities, right? They had the big obstacle course. Literally, it took the entire court and kids were going through it. But they had these carnival games on the side, which I think is opportunities for business sponsorships to perhaps host their own type of game. Something like, if you ever go to a big music festival or even a big expo event, they have a lot of companies bring their best and their tabling stuff, but in this case we would kind of present it and package it in form of a carnival game. And I think David and everyone coordinating the events could kind of package that up for them, and just kind of each business that wants to take a table and sponsor it, they would kind of use their money to invest on how elaborate their table will be, right? But if they wanted the bare minimum, I'm sure David and the team, or even us, could figure out a way to package that up, because I think there's a lot. The event is huge. I think it's something we should definitely invest more and figure out as a commission, how could we make this bigger and get David a little, like, let's see what he could do with some sponsorship funding. And like, we're really early in the year, and I think we could figure out how to, make this happen for 2024. But I think it was a good opportunity because it's a huge space over at Westlake. And it's, in a sense, it's like recreation throwing their own type of festival at scale. And I think there's a lot of things that we could do to kind of inject opportunity, business. I could even see some sort of like makers fair, or even like a small little shopping area, because there's so many people. I think just a small like little gift with some small businesses with pop-ups, and we'll make sure that whatever they serve is like nothing that's out of range for the community members, right? It'll make sense and be really intentional. But I think with the facilities we have for Daly City, there's a lot of opportunity. And like, if we look at Frosty Fest, because would you say that's the biggest at scale like event we have?
I would say probably when it comes just the general events, either Frosty Fest or Trunk or Treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, it's
Or
been.
Spring Fun Day, actually, they're all three.
But I think something like Frosty Fest could be like an attainable goal for us as a commission to definitely try to. It's a long enough time for us to, take action, do something, and collaborate with David and Denise and figure out like what's some opportunities. And I think businesses will throw themselves at this opportunity because they need to put their feet in the community, and this is one opportunity they can. But other than that, the event was really great. Like, the kids were having a blast. We're gonna get the update at one point from David with all the photos and videos, but I just wanted y'all to hear like my experience with it. And I'm like, I think we could do some stuff with this. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it. But if anybody has anything else, I could move on. Yep, good, cool. All right, moving on to announcements and communications. Edgardo?
All right, so in announcements and communications, obviously we have our Black History Month celebration coming up on the 24th, but on Saturday, February 10th, we are hosting the Crab Feed. It's at the Dolger Senior Center, but this year it's gonna be at the Pacelli Event Center. That's at 145 Lake Merced Boulevard. There's different options, so you can either do an individual seat at $75 for residents, $94.50 for non-residents, or you could pay for a table of 6, which is $450 for residents, $567 for non-residents. You will get a full meal, and this will include clam chowder, a Caesar salad, pasta, cold crab, and a dessert, as well as 2 complimentary drink tickets per person. Those are going to be good for wine or a non-alcoholic beverage. And you can register now at dalycity.org/iplay. And you just got to search for Crab Feed, and you can register today. So just make sure that seats are limited, tables are limited. So if you plan on attending, I would register now. So, and that is it for announcements today.
Cool. Moving on to agenda building for next meeting. Does anybody want to add anything in particular? Nope. Cool. Moving forward to I guess we'll close out the meeting. We're just about done. Next recreation meeting will be Tuesday, February 27th, 7 p.m. Other than that, I'd like to adjourn this meeting. We all good? All righty. Take care now. See you next meeting. Bye.